So right about now, everybody knows we're in the month of June and what the month of June has now become. The month of June has now become Pride Month, where every June and every year we are made to be subject to a forced propaganda machine where pride is just run down our throats. Every single team posts about it. Every single team has a Pride Night at the stadium if you're playing in June. Every single team changes their logo and puts the Pride flag, except one. And that one team is the Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers said, hey, we tried this. It didn't work out. It pissed off our fan base. We're not going to do this stuff anymore. And they are the lone holdout. They are the lone Rangers, if you will. They're not doing it anymore. People are ticked off at them, but their fan base has supported them. And they are the only team, as far as I know, in all of sports, but definitely the only team in baseball who doesn't do Pride Month. They just play baseball. Now, that's not saying they don't support or give to, gay charities as such. They just don't bring it into the stadium and make it a event. They don't do that. I don't know why any teams do that. We don't need that. I mean, today is, as I record this video, it's Juneteenth, whatever the hell that means. I mean, some of us don't have to work, don't have to go in the office. Some of you don't have to do anything if you work for a federal office. Great, fine. Stop living in the past. But at least there's one baseball team that doesn't do Pride Month. And I'm going to show you an article about that right now. This is an article from Outkick.com. It says, Texas Rangers listen to their fans, remain the only baseball team without a Pride Night. And as it goes through here, they are quite literally the Lone Rangers. While other MLB teams drape their stadiums in the rainbow flag each June, the Rangers stuck with the one-star Texas banner. I don't have a problem with that. They are the only team in baseball that doesn't host an LGBTQ MSIIPPI Pride Night. And what I mean by that is it just seems to keep getting longer with letters and symbols every single year. Why don't they just call it Pride? Whatever. Okay. Baseball's Pride tradition began with the Chicago Cubs back in 2001. And since then, 28 other teams have followed suit. Just like dominoes, just lining up just to do Pride Month. It just drives me crazy. However, the Rangers actually attempted to host an informal Pride Night in 2003. Without officially marketing the event, they invited several LGBT, I guess that was before the Q, groups to the stadium, but other fans expressed concern, and they decided to scrap the idea altogether. That's called listening to your fan base. That's called making sure my target audience isn't upset with what I'm doing. You think Bud Light should have done that? You think Bud Light should have known what their target audience really, really wanted instead of just jump behind the latest flavor, value, virtue signaling thing that they can get behind? Insane. So instead of painting rainbows all over everything, the Rangers committed to giving back to the community in other ways. That includes sponsorship of the NGAAAA Gay Softball World Series in 2022 and the development of an Inclusion and Community Impact Council, whatever that is. The franchise also works with advocacy groups like the Resource Center in Dallas and the Pegasus Slow Pitch Softball Association. Okay, so they're still helping people out. This from the chief operating officer of the Texas Rangers. I think that's more meaningful than just saying, okay, we had a Pride Night. Yeah, actually putting your money where your mouth is and donating to people and, showing that you care about the cause without basically creating complete subterfuge to your brand. There's something to be said about rainbow capitalism, celebrating baseball, not sex. Yeah, that's a novel idea. So celebrate the team, the sport, not the sex. Makes sense to me. That's the commercialization of LGBT causes and, in a sense, the exploitation of the gay community in order to turn a profit. But I don't think they understand that. They don't care. Just put the flag up. Wear the ribbon. We can change our social media logo and pretend we've done something noble. Plus, new rainbow jerseys and gay pride merch mean more sales, all cloaked in a righteous veil of social justice. But people come to the ballpark to watch a game, so the Rangers' strategy is to focus on that fan experience. Imagine that. I buy a ticket to a baseball game. I buy season tickets to a baseball game. I'm taking little Johnny and little Susie to the game with me. We're here to see the Texas Rangers. We're here to see the New York Yankees. We're here to see the Boston Red Sox. You can see my hat right there, my Boston Red Sox. I'm here to see the game. I'm not here to have people running around doing all kinds of stuff and celebrating all kinds of things that I'm not really interested in, nor do I want little Johnny and Susie involved with. They're here to see a baseball game. Why don't we make that the best experience that they can enjoy? Oh my God, there's a novel concept. Basically having people enjoy what they're paying for. Stop trying to interject messaging and propaganda into the experience I actually came here for. If I wanted to take Johnny and Susie to a Pride event, I would do so. You're taking over my event, the event that I paid for, and saying, hey, you need to do this. You need to understand what this is all about. No, I don't. You know what it costs to go to a baseball game with a family of 3 or 4 these days? I'm investing a lot to come and enjoy my time at your stadium. I don't come and invest my money to have propaganda rammed down my throat. That's not it. Let's go back to the article. Our commitment, this is a quote, our commitment is to make everyone feel welcome and included in Rangers baseball. That means in our ballpark, at every game, and all we do for both our fans and our employees. The Rangers said this in a statement. We deliver on that promise across our many programs that have a positive impact across our entire community. I think that gets lost on people. When they just said, our commitment is to make everyone feel welcome and included in Rangers baseball. That doesn't say that the gay community can't enjoy the baseball game. We want everybody to enjoy the baseball game. The focus is on the baseball game. That's our product. Our product is putting out a team that we hope can win and contend for the World Series. That's it. It's a singular focus. I don't have any other focus. My job as a GM, my job is to make sure I put the best product on the field every single year, every single game. My product is not LGBTQI, MSSIPPI. No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all. My product is baseball, but you're making me feel bad because I'm not interjecting this stuff, this propaganda into the experience that we're actually paid to create by the people who want to enjoy that experience. It's not a hard thing to understand, but for some reason it gets lost and it gets vilified and it says you're not inclusive when my product is completely inclusive. You can buy a ticket, you can buy beer, you can buy hot dogs, you can buy popcorn, you can enjoy the game. My product, a baseball team, is completely inclusive. There are no signs that say no gay people here. There are no signs that say no gay people can buy beer. There are no signs in any ballpark that says gay people can't buy hot dogs. There are no signs anywhere that says a gay person can't do anything. The experience is the game. The experience is not to interject propaganda and force other people who aren't on board with what you want and make them accept you. That actually pushes people away. So when they said here, and I'll read it again, when they say here, our commitment is to make everyone feel welcome and included in Rangers baseball, that is specifically a true statement. We're not here to proselytize. We're not here to, glad hand you and show you the gay lifestyle. We're not here to do any of that. We're here. My product is baseball. And if you tell me as a GM, if you tell me one time that you couldn't buy a hot dog, that you were treated unfairly, that for some reason you weren't able to buy a soda because you were gay. You couldn't buy a Coke because you were gay. You couldn't find a good parking space because you were gay. You let me know that, and I'm sure any GM would get rid of that employee right away. I want to make sure that you're included in all aspects of the baseball experience. So let's go back to this article. I love this picture. Play ball, not politics. Yeah, I mean, it used to be a situation where sports was devoid. I wouldn't even have to talk about this. We wouldn't even be discussing this stuff in sports, except major league sports teams have interjected it into sports. I had a guy comment the other day. It was pretty funny. I had a guy comment and he said, Barry, why are you talking about this stuff on a sports channel? Because now you've made it that way. Because now the politics has it basically merged with sports and all entertainment. If you don't take a stand one way or the other, you lose. Now, I understand with what I'm saying right here, it may tick some people off. Some people may not like it. I'm sorry. This is how I feel. I am talking to the audience that I want to cultivate. If this isn't what you want to hear, I'm sure there's 5,000 other YouTube channels you can go to. I want to make sure that I cultivate an audience that understands it's the field, it's the experience of watching a game that's most important. It's the experience of playing ball and not having to deal with politics. Does that make me a hater? No, not whatsoever. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do in your bedroom, except if it involves little kids. Other than that, have at it. Come to the game, dress however you want to dress. Come to the game, flaunt whatever you want to flaunt. Leave my kids alone and leave my game alone. That's all I ask. Is that too much? Come to the game, enjoy the game, understand the experience, and the focus is on the field, not on you. So here it says, we saw what happened when the Los Angeles Dodgers hosted the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, an outlandish drag nun group that mocks Catholicism. Not only did they piss off their fans and many baseball players, but they also lost tens of thousands in revenue. Now, that may not be a big deal. I mean, I don't think that's a point at all. Tens of thousands of revenue, that means nothing to a major league team. But it's your brand that gets hurt. It's the tarnishing of your brand by interjecting things that are away from the focus of the product, which is the game. And for what? To endear themselves to the far left, alienate a majority of their actual fan base, and pat themselves on the back for virtual signaling job well done. People just want to watch baseball, football, basketball, soccer, hockey. That's all they want. That's all they care about. To the vast majority of fans, Rangers' decision to buck the trend of celebrating sexuality, which it is a breath of fresh air. So, of course, baseball is for everyone. That's exactly what I just said. We go to the stadium. We go to the arena. We go to see our favorite entertainer. We go to see our favorite sports teams. We're going there for them. Now, if they've vocalized what they're all about and we understand that they may talk about X, Y, or Z and we don't care and we're like, why don't you just sing the damn song? Why do you got to give us the soliloquy on this or that? Then you choose not to go. That's fine. I don't have to go. You don't have to go. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But if I'm going to a baseball game, a football game, a basketball game, I'm going for the game. And that's what I want to see. That's it. That's what I'm paying for. That's the extent of what I'm paying for. I'm going to enjoy to watch these guys or these women play this sport, not to have your propaganda and your ideology rammed down my throat.